Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Today's question comes from a girl who is starting her own house cleaning company, and she wants to know, what is the percentage of homes that are already clean when I get there and I just tidy up, and the houses that are really cluttered and messy, because I need to know how to budget my time and set up my schedule. Okay, well, that is an impossible question to answer for a variety of reasons that are just common sense. We don't know the lifestyles of the people that live behind closed doors. We really don't. And there's no way to do a census and find out from everybody, are you tidy or are you sloppy? Nobody's going to give us that information. But when you get to a house, if the house is totally immaculate, find out, why did you hire me? I see that everything in your house is clean. I've run a flashlight over all of the surfaces. There's no dust. There are no crumbs. There's no dog hair. There's nothing. What do you want me to do? Because sometimes people will have a specific set of chores that they don't want to do. We've had customers that were immaculate. They spent all of their free time cleaning during the week, but they did not clean toilets, or they did not mop floors. And so once you find out what their hot pockets are, you can go in and excel in those areas. Another thing is, there are people who fancy clutter. They just are cluttered people. They live cluttered lives. They're comfortable around clutter. And so when you arrive at their house, you need to make very clear with them, hey, what are you having me here to do? Am I picking up all of your toys? Am I picking up all of these loose pieces of clothing that are around the house? And if yes, do you want me to hang them back up, or do you want me to throw them in the wash? Would you like me to also do the wash? What is it that you would like me to do while I'm here? As long as you have a clearance with the customer exactly what you're supposed to do, there will be no surprises. And what is the percentage? I have no idea. You're going to get some really tidy customers, and you're going to get some really messy customers. That's just kind of how things go. And when you get a really clean, tidy customer, your heart sings and you're like, yay! And then when you get a really messy customer, your heart also sings, because you can quickly see your progress. When you have a really messy room and then all of a sudden it's really shiny and tidy and everything is organized and put away, that's kind of like a little dopamine in your brain that's like, woohoo! Yeah, I did that. I can see progress where I've been. But just find out from your customer. Then I would ask customers, every customer has one of these. They've got a hot pocket of junk. It's a closet, or it's a bedroom, or it's some stash of something they have hidden under a bed or somewhere. Do you want me to deal with that area, or do you want me to just leave it alone? And I've had customers who were immaculate, but behind one closed door, there was just everything was chuffed in there. And you look at it and you're like, wow, that would take me a long time to clean. Nah, don't touch it. Okay, great. That just made my job really easy. So find out from your customers. Another thing is, if you run into a house that is super cluttered and you don't specialize in clutter, what you may want to do is have in your back pocket, and you get these from like the BNI network or networking communities or alignable.com. There are a bunch of different people that are professionals that associate with each other in similar related industries. I would have in your back pocket a list of professional organizers that could come in and could help organize these people's homes before you come to clean. Because if what they're wanting is for you to completely renovate and organize their closets, and that's not part of your routine cleaning, you don't want to take on those chores. What you want to do is recommend those chores to someone else who does that for a living. Then when you show up, your job is a whole lot easier. So the secret to your question is, there's no particular percentage of who's tidy and who's not, as much as there is, how do you budget your time? Because if you go and you bid a job and there's super messy people, you're going to need a lot more time on that house. If they're super clean, but they want you to go over every surface in their house, which also happens, it may take longer than what first meets the eye. And so you need to be really fair about the time that you allot for each of the houses that you clean, taking into consideration how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what the common living areas are, and then all the extra areas like stairways and stairwells and hallways and entryways and sitting rooms and stuff like that that are not considered rooms of the house, just little areas. Some areas are more lived in than other areas. And so you want to make sure that whether they're tidy or whether they're messy, that you've allocated enough time. So congratulations on starting this new business. I am super excited for you, and I want you to keep me posted and let me know how it goes. Okay, so that's my tip for today. If you have any questions, you can ask them to us at askahousecleaner.com. Okay, so until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.